This is the Detroit Sports Podcast Network.
What's going on, Detroit sports fans? Welcome back to the Fan Reporter Show, made by fans for fans, powered by the Detroit Sports Podcast Network. I'm Nick, after a week layoff, and sitting right across from me is Andrew, who's going to give us this week's topics.
On this episode, we're going to dig into those rumors connecting us to Seth Curry and Derrick Rose. We then shift to Fan Report Burger Talk, where we take a look at recent Click on Detroit article debating the best burger joint in Metro Detroit.
All right. I like the burger idea, because we know very well that there's just not a lot going on. It is the off-season.
You guys
obviously.
are getting creative.
Yes, we do got to start getting creative with some of the topics that we bring on here. So definitely ready to talk about some Blakes.
Some Blakes?
I like Blakes. So I got to ask you this before we hop into that. What's your favorite style of burger? Are you just like a traditional beef, cheese, lettuce, pickle, onion? I know you don't like tomatoes. I know you really don't even like pickles that much, but mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise, like all that stuff. You like a traditional guy, or do you like stacking your burger with a ton of shit?
So, my ideal burger, I love your traditional like barbecue burger that has like your haystack onions, your crispy onion straws, your bacon.
Can you really call that a traditional barbecue burger?
Well, it's like the generic, like anywhere you go. That
I would consider that.
Burger.
I don't know that there's such a thing as a traditional.
Because like anywhere you go
burger.
that has a barbecue burger, that's kind of what the general.
Though. So you like the barbecue style burger?
Yes.
You like it when you got like that Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce, or a barbecue sauce on it, maybe even infused into the patty. Ooh, that sounds good. With some like pepper jack cheese, I'm assuming, because I know you like it. You like cheese, a little spice. Put a little spice in there, and some haystack onions. I mean, you can't ever go wrong.
Maybe
with
some
that.
fried jalapenos.
My one complaint with that style of burger at most restaurants, and here's what I would do differently, is I feel like there's not enough freshness on the burger. Everything is cooked. Everything is greasy.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I feel like
it's a greasy burger.
I need something fresher to cut some of that grease. So I need lettuce. I need pickle. And most of those burgers, the quote unquote traditional barbecue burger, doesn't have that freshness quality to it.
Yeah.
That's my only negative to it.
I'll take a traditional burger over like an overstuffed burger that has like way too much stuff on it.
Overstuffed burgers are so hard to eat.
Which every restaurant has one that's just
absolutely
ridiculously big.
Absolutely.
I will take your traditional burger over that.
Oh, for sure.
Every once in a while, I always like to dabble in the giant burger, but
I mean, we do it with the boy Alex. We literally like make stuffed burgers.
Yeah, literally stuffed burgers.
Yes.
We made a burger last year that had
that burger weighed like 2 pounds.
The inside the burger was bacon, cheese,
cheddar,
and onion,
bacon, cheddar, cheese, onion,
and then the patty was topped with pulled pork.
Yes, and cheese. I think we put more cheese on top of the patties as well. Like, these burgers were massive.
Yeah.
I think one of those patties, honest to God, weighed like 2 pounds.
One burger put me on my ass. I couldn't move after that.
Heck yeah. Anyways, though, before we get too far into that, because yes, we are going to be going through the bracket, and I do want to lay some stipulations down, because I know there's some places on there that neither of us have had.
Yes.
So I'm going to lay some stipulations down.
Okay.
And it's not going to, and I want to kind of get your opinion on how we should do it, whether or not we should leave it up to the vote that's been casted already, or if we should do it based on rankings. You know what I mean? And I'll explain the rankings after that, because I have a way to, if there's a place we haven't eaten at, if it's like if it's better, like if it's ranked higher than a place that we thought was like a winner lower down kind of thing.
So you're thinking way too far into this, and way more into it than I was thinking. I was just thinking if we hadn't eaten there, all right, skip that one. All right.
Well, I want to get a full bracket done. That's my point. Is I want to get a full bracket done here, and we can't do that without doing them all. Yeah. So, but anyways,
we're not like by skip that one. I'm saying like we wouldn't vote for the one we haven't been to, but then again, there's a couple that
neither one of them. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get things started here with some Pistons talk. Obviously, Pistons season's over. The Milwaukee Bucks continue to roll through the playoffs as they took care of Boston in 5 games.
They're having a nice long rest now.
Yeah, is that a bad thing?
No.
I disagree. When you see teams in a playoff mode, in a playoff mentality, rest is not, especially like extended rest, is not necessarily a good thing. You go cold.
Well, yeah, with a team,
you ruin your
with
mentality.
a team like the Bucks, they're a very young team, so they don't necessarily need the rest,
right?
Like a veteran team.
But I'm not even saying like not even in terms of age factor. Elongated rest in a mentality like that is more often than not more of a negative than a positive.
Yeah.
Yes, it helps get guys like Malcolm Brogdon healthy. There's no doubt about that, and Tony Snell. But also, like, if a shooter's hot, it ruins that hot streak shooter's mentality. You know, you have this mentality of I know what I got to do. I know what I got to do day in and day out to win my games. And you kind of take a break from that. You take a break from that playoff game mode mentality, and it cools you off quite a bit. I mean, we've seen several teams run into that. Every year, I feel like we see at least one team that it hits a cold streak after sweeping through the first round of the playoffs while their next competitor's going to 7. So it does worry me a little bit on whether or not the Bucks are going to come back as hot because everybody else has gone to 7.
Yeah.
Except the Warriors and Rockets, but they went 6. So, and they don't have to worry about them until at least another series. But it does worry me a little bit with Toronto being is playing as well as they are, especially Kawhi, to have that elongated rest for Milwaukee because it honestly feels like they haven't played in like a month. I feel like it's been so long since they last played basketball.
Yeah.
But anyways, sorry we missed you guys last week. Your boy here had laryngitis. I was out. My voice sounded like death.
Sounds like you're still recovering a little bit.
I am still, like, I'm not 100%. I'm about like 90, 95%. I'm still a little bit raspy, but I'm as close to 100%. I'm closer to 100% than I have been in the last week and a half, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I can actually talk. Like, honest to God, I could not talk. Like, last Monday, it would have been a rough show. A rough show. I honestly got. I don't even think I would have been able to do it.
Talking to Nick, what are your thoughts?
Oh, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad. But yes, I am
saw
still.
on Twitter, I made the joke that he sounded like Eddie Redmayne from Jupiter Ascending.
Yes,
it was pretty cool.
If I were to have, perfect example of what I sounded like. Have you guys ever listened to CBS Sports Radio late at night? I'm talking like the 1 a.m.
Oh, geez.
It's either Yahoo Sports Radio or CBS Sports Radio. I think it's CBS. But one of their characters, one of their voice guys. I don't even know what to call them, but one of their guys, one of their talk show hosts, has a voice that sounds like this, and that's pretty close to what it would have sounded like, only weaker.
Yeah, way weaker.
It would have been rough. Because I personally, I know, nothing against the guy. I don't really listen to him enough to ever, because I'm not normally listening to sports radio at 1 in the morning. I don't even know his name either. But no disrespect to the guy, but personally, I can't stand to listen to him for more than 5 minutes. I just can't. Some people enjoy it because he gets calls and stuff like that. I'm sure he's good at what he does. Obviously, to get to where he is, he has to be.
Yep.
I just personally can't listen to it for that long. The voice just takes it all away from me. And I wouldn't want to do that to you guys. That's why I took the week off. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into that Pistons talk. Andrew, go ahead and take it away.
All right, so we've been connected to 2 names so far that at least that I know of in free agency. Now, free agency, the period doesn't open until July, so we have a ways to go. But so these are very, very early. But one of the big names that the Pistons are connected to, this is per James Edwards of The Athletic. He's connecting the Pistons to Seth Curry, saying that Seth Curry is on the Pistons target list.
Also, Derrick Rose.
We'll get to Derrick Rose. That's a different connection. But so now Seth Curry's agent. Oh no, sorry, just a general NBA agent. He had told Edwards that Curry could land a salary between $5 and $8 million this offseason in free agency.
Yikes! It's a lot of money for Seth Curry.
Couple questions. One, just on a pure talent ability player, do you see Seth Curry as a desirable fit in Detroit? He'd presumably be the backup point guard behind Reggie.
Yes, because this team desperately needs scoring off the bench, and that's what Seth Curry's going to bring. He brings a solid outside shooter with scoring ability off the bench. Yes, he is a fit for what this team needs. But that also means that you're locked into another year of Reggie Jackson, most likely, which that concerns me a little bit. Because I really don't think Reggie Jackson is the answer for this team at point guard.
Well, I think either way, Reggie Jackson's going to be here this year unless you're trading him.
Yes, it would be. Honestly, I can see the Pistons trading him. He's on an expiring deal. It's a good chunk of money, and it's a movable contract. He's finally healthy. Had a solid season last year. He was better. That's a contract I think you can move to a team that's looking to bring in some expiring deals. There's a lot of teams that are looking to spend big in free agency next offseason because this offseason isn't really the offseason to spend all that kind of money. Next is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams I could see looking to grab a contract like Reggie Jackson's. So I think he's probably your most movable deal on this roster.
See, I'm sitting here wondering what kind of money Ish Smith would command, and
you're looking at probably about the same. Well, you're definitely talking more than 5. You're probably talking between 7 to 10. Would be my guess.
I'm trying to sit here trying to make the comparison. Would I rather be re-signing Ish Smith or rather signing Seth Curry? Or would I rather do something entirely different? But
Ish Smith is a fine player, a likable player, and a solid floor general and on your bench, but the man can't score. That's the one problem.
He has like these random nights where he just goes off.
Yeah, like 2 a year, though. That happens like twice. Seth Curry can give you consistent play where he scores the basketball, and that's one of the things the Pistons desperately needed off the bench.
Yeah.
Ish Smith wasn't bringing it for him. So Seth Curry could and most likely will. I think he is an upgrade from Ish Smith based on what this team needs.
I would love us to sign Seth Curry.
I would too, but my problem is at $5 to $8 million, you're using half or more than half or even almost all of your mid-level exception because that's all you have.
Yeah.
All you have is your MLE now.
You don't have much to work with.
No. So you're putting all your eggs in one basket there without having solved the wing problem that you honestly is your most glaring need right now. So that does concern me a little bit. That's a lot of money on a guy that is going to be a bench scoring point guard when you still have glaring holes on the wing in your starting rotation. Your starting 5 isn't even set yet. But yes, I do think he is someone that will help the Pistons in the future. But again, my 2 negatives are that locks you into Reggie Jackson for another year unless you make a deal. And you're using almost all the flexibility you have this offseason to bring him in. And that's where I put the brake lights on. But I do think Seth Curry, of the guys I've seen connect to him, is probably my favorite pick of the bunch.
Yeah. Now, the other name that's been floated around, this one's by Vince Ellis of Detroit Free Press. He said that Derrick Rose will be a subject of debate within Detroit's front office this offseason. Now, Rose is 30 years old. He did have a very productive season in Minnesota, but there's always that.
He was fantastic in Minnesota.
There's always that durability concern too, and I think you could argue he might command more money in free agency than Seth Curry. I think the only thing stopping him is those durability concerns. But
I would see it's going to depend on what Derrick Rose is looking for. If he's looking for a longer term, more secure contract for him, it's not going to be for as much.
If I were him, I'd be looking for a long term deal.
I would too. I'd be looking for something around 3 years.
You had your proven season this season, though.
Right? I'd be looking for something around 3 years if I'm Derrick Rose, 3-4 years. But if you're looking that kind of length, you're not going to get the kind of money that you would want.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose is definitely going to be more expensive than Seth Curry. You're looking at paying Derrick Rose $10+ a year. He had a fantastic year for Minnesota. He proved that he's able to stay healthy. You're looking at a big deal for him. And frankly, I don't know that he brings you what you're looking for. He'd be a very nice piece off the bench as a scoring threat. However, he's not a shooter. And that's something you really need. He's not the type of scoring threat that you need off the bench. Granted, you could argue that any scoring off the bench would be a net positive for the Pistons.
Absolutely, you'd be right. But
but for that kind of money that he's going to command, I don't quite know that he's the guy that you want, that you're going to want to go for. Because he is going to command more money than Seth Curry. There's no question about it. And he's going to have to. He's going to force you to give him 2-3 years. And I don't know what you want to do that.
And having Blake Griffin, Reggie Jackson, and Derrick Rose on the same team screams liability.
Injury, that screams injury risk. Because what if both Reggie and Derrick Rose go down?
Which is entirely plausible.
Because then you're bringing Steve Blake back for X amount of games.
He's not some league, is he?
Another name I've seen.
Calderon.
Yeah, there you go. Another name I've seen tossed around quite a bit is someone who could potentially we could bring back is Anthony Tolliver.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He'd be a fairly cheap deal. Mm-hmm. He's a guy who's had some success here in the past as an outside shooter from the 4 spot that I think could fit quite nicely into this roster. I don't hate the idea at all. I just, again, the lack of flexibility is what's going to make this offseason kind of not exciting.
Yeah.
Unless they're willing to play ball here. I think the Derrick Rose thing is more of they probably kicked the tires on it, gauged interest, figured out how much he's looking for, and they're probably going to move on. I don't think the Derrick Rose thing is anywhere near as serious as the Seth Curry thing. I think Seth Curry is a legitimate possibility. But unless the Pistons are willing to play ball, that's going to be what your offseason is.
Yeah.
And the Pistons are going to have to be willing to play ball to move one of their bigger contracts and move their expiring deals. They've got 3 of them. In Galloway, Lure, and Reggie Jackson, all 3 are expiring deals worth upwards of $28 million, I think it is. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of money. The teams, granted, Lure's contract's a little bit tough to move, but you'll be able to move Galloway's. That's a movable contract. It's only $5.5 million, $6 million, $7 million, and it's an expiring deal. He's serviceable off the bench for the most part. Reggie's a movable deal. Mm-hmm. There's pieces there that you can move and create flexibility.
Yeah.
And one thing I will say I do respect about Tom Gores is he's not afraid to go into the luxury tax to try to bring some wins into that arena.
But like you said, you would rather just wait out the next offseason because you don't really see anywhere.
I would like to see us. I would like to see us move right, and I would like to see us move the deals we have to bring in some assets. Mm-hmm. There's a definite possibility.
Well, if you want to wait till next offseason, you don't need to move anything. You just let
you don't have assets then. You can get rid of the money and bring in assets. If you take on one...
you want like draft capital.
I want draft capital.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
I want draft capital. If I have to take on one bad contract that, is an extra year or 2 on somebody who's a serviceable player, sure. I'll take a first-round pick in return. Hell yeah. Give me 2 first-round picks next offseason or this offseason. Hell yeah.
Like, I want to be the Celtics or the Hawks. Like, the Hawks this year have 2 top 10 picks. The Celtics just have 3 first-rounders in general. I want to be them.
Yeah, but you know how you do that? You play ball.
Exactly.
You trade your expiring contracts. You make those deals, and you get lucky by some dumbass GM taking your deal.
Yeah.
I mean, the Celtics got a lot of their recent guys, their stars, because of stupid GMs like the Brooklyn Nets. That's how you succeed in today's NBA. Yeah. That's how the Pistons got their championship. They swindled I want to say it was the Hawks at that point. Mm-hmm. They swindled the Hawks for Rashid. Mm-hmm. They got a great deal out of that, and it turned into a championship. So you got to get lucky somewhere. My question is, for you,
I thought we swindled the Magic for Tobias Harris, but then we gave up Tobias Harris. So.
And got swindled by the Clips.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the Clips, you could argue, got a lot in return there, too. But my question is, though, do the Pistons this offseason do one of 2 things? 1, hire a real GM, or 2, officially make Ed Stefanski the GM?
I think they officially make Ed Stefanski the GM. There have been no rumblings of any interviews. There's been nothing. There's been nothing.
Chauncey's name's been thrown around.
Always is.
Always is, which I honestly would like that.
I would love that. You brought Stevie Y back, now bring Chauncey back.
God, that would just be a great moment in Detroit. You kidding me? That'd give us a lot to be excited about.
It'd be great for LCA in general.
Heck yeah, it would. No, I would like to see Chauncey come back. I have nothing against Ed Stefanski, really.
Yeah.
I actually think he fared, honestly, pretty well in the last draft, considering the fact that he didn't have a first-round pick. Thought he did fairly well. Bruce Brown was a starter for 72 games. Yep. Kyrie Thomas didn't get enough playing time, and he might not. But again, he was a second-round pick.
Yeah.
What's there to expect out of him?
Exactly.
So I think he did fairly well. I thought last offseason, albeit not sexy, you got some serviceable talent out of it. I don't know what you're going to get this offseason, but I'm willing to allow Ed Stefanski to continue to make some moves with this roster. I just would like him to officially either be GM.
Done anything terrible up to this point, so.
I mean, the guys he's brought in on his MLE haven't been great. Glenn Robinson III was a waste. I mean, he literally brought in Glenn Robinson to fill a roster.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. It was a waste. And Thon Maker, we'll see what ends up panning out there. It didn't pose well at the end of the year. Let's just say
rid of
that.
Stanley. I mean,
yeah, but Thon wasn't exactly a good turnaround by the end of the year. Honest to God, you could have thrown a Bucks
you had
jersey.
a really bad.
You honest to God could have thrown a Bucks jersey on him and it wouldn't have made a difference.
he had a really bad playoff.
But
he had his moments during the season, but he had a really bad playoff.
And his moments in the season were few and far between. But there's one other thing I saw.
What's up?
This offseason. This was actually a few weeks ago. Probably about 2 weeks ago. Steve Hinson from Detroit Bad Boys posted an article.
Okay. Friend of the show, Steve.
No. We've talked about Steve before. We've talked about Steve Hinson before. Great writer.
Before.
He posted an article about how the Pistons need to trade Andre Drummond. Need to. What are your thoughts on that? His reasonings were based on today's NBA, based on the contract, based on the effort level, based on the animosity that a lot of fans have towards him, and how he just doesn't think he exudes Detroit basketball or the Detroit mentality. So he'll never be the guy that we need him to be.
So I'll start with saying this. I don't have like near the level of vitriol for Andre Drummond as a lot of other Pistons fans have, but I can definitely see the case for trading Andre Drummond given the need to adapt to the current climate of the NBA. But my thing is, I would need a pretty good return for Andre Drummond. I'm not gonna.
You're not. I'll tell you this right now. You're not going to get that great of a return because of the type of player he is. You're not. He can't shoot outside 5 feet.
I know, but what do you think you get for Andre Drummond? If we can get at least a draft pick and a decent player,
a lottery protected first. That's it. I don't think you get higher than that. I really don't think you get something in the lottery. Again, there's only maybe 5 or 6 teams that would be even willing to bring him in.
I mean, his contract is pretty tough.
It's not only tough, but he doesn't fit in 80% of systems around the league. So you're literally talking about 5 or 6 teams that would be willing to bring him in. Yes, he had a fantastic season this year. This is the best basketball I've seen Andre Drummond ever play.
Agreed.
I was very impressed with him and honestly very happy with him. This come from someone who wanted him traded at the deadline.
Yep.
I would not be upset to have Andre Drummond walk into our locker room come game 1 next season.
Me neither.
I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. He took a huge step up. I just seriously need the guy to develop a shot. Give me a 12-footer, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Give me a 12-footer.
So, I mean,
why are you working on threes? You don't have a 12-footer. That's my mentality.
Like, honestly, you might even get better return on winning because this is the last year. Well, I should say, next season, not this coming season.
Deal.
Next season, he's an expiring deal.
Yes.
Like the 2020, 2021.
Well, does he have any
season.
option years after that?
I don't believe so. No, I think he's just an unrestricted free agent right after that. So, actually, his option year is next year, 2020. So
And it's a team or a player.
It's a 2020. So the year that I say is expiring, that's that year. So 2019, 2020 is the last guaranteed year. 2020, 2021 is a player option that you can pick up, which he probably will pick up the player option. And then after that, so this is the last year where he's for certain he's not.
Okay, no, he's got 2 years left. He's picking up the option. There's no question.
That's what I'm saying. This is the last year that he's not considered an expiring deal. So after this, going into next offseason, he's way more movable than he is this offseason.
Absolutely. But again, you still have to think. It opens the door to more teams being willing to take him on.
Yeah, exactly.
You do still have to even out the money regardless. There's no question about it. I think the NBA rule is all trades have to be, all salaries and trades have to be within 30% of each other or something like that. But
let's be honest. Tom Gores isn't going to trade his best friend.
No, he's not. I honestly, though, if the Pistons were to pull off a deal for Andre Drummond this offseason that
will
included,
get vetoed by Tom Gores.
No, if they were to be able to pull off a trade and Tom Gores allowed it, and it included a first-round pick, I wouldn't be opposed. I like Andre Drummond a lot. I don't think the Pistons need to trade him. But if they did, it would give me at least the sense of, hey, we understand what we've been trying to do hasn't been working entirely, so we're going to go a new route. But I do think...
We just need direction for this team. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes. Not just to stay the course. You know, we're sitting on the same train tracks that we've been sitting on for 3 years. Yeah. I need something different. And yes, Blake Griffin was different. Blake Griffin brought something nice in, and I thoroughly enjoy watching Blake Griffin play. He's an awesome player. But he's on the wrong side of 30 and often injured. Yeah. So there's concern there. But the article was just interesting. I did want to bring it up just because it is such a massive talking point with that team.
So bringing it back full circle before we move on, is signing one of Seth Curry, Derrick Rose, and then Vince Ellis even throw out Pat Beverly. Is signing top-tier backup point guard like that on your list for this offseason?
Oh, 100%. Especially considering you can get one of those guys on the MLE anyways. 100%. It's on my needs. One, Ish Smith is a free agent. You're not going to be able to bring him back. He's probably going to command between 8 and 10 mil either way. So you're not bringing him back. So you have to have a backup point guard, or you're trotting out Jose Calderon again, and that you do not want. So yes, that is on my Piston shopping list for this offseason, is to bring in a backup point guard for next year.
Okay. Let's get into Fan Report Burger Talk.
Let's do it. I like Burger Talk.
I'm about to be hungry after this.
So this bracket has, I want to say it was 32 different places. Yes.
Yeah, so this is the Burger Bracket 2019 from clickondetroit.com.
Yes.
For anyone who wants to follow along at home.
Yeah. So basically, for places that we've not been to, we can basically take the winning vote so far, so the percentage of votes,
use that as the
as the winner.
That's out. Yeah, that's out.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that then. So first matchup. Now, basically, this is a bracket, so you have 1 seed, first 8 seeds, things like that. So first matchup, we've got the number 1 ranked team in this region, Duffy's Den. Now, did they do regions by like area or anything? No, they didn't. Didn't look like it.
And the ranking is based on their reporter Jason Carr, and he tried all these and he ranked them himself.
Really?
So just based on his taste.
Okay. So number 1, Duffy's Den versus number 8, Abbey Lane. I have been to neither one of these. Neither one. So I would not know anything about these. I don't know if you've been to either of these. I don't even know where these places are. I've never heard of either of them. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to look them up real quick.
Actually, correction. Just the number 1 seeds are a reflection of Jason Carr's picks. The rest is from food blogs.
Okay, so that's a little bit better. Duffy's Den is on McNichols Road in Detroit. It's right by the Redford Library. So it's more closer to Redford. It's basically McNichols and Telegraph.
Yep.
And then, what was the other one?
Abbey Lane.
Abbey Lane. Curious where this place is. It is in Fraser. 15 Mile and... Come on, give me the map.
Maybe we should hit a Duffy and Abbey bang bang. For those who aren't familiar, that is when you go to one restaurant, finish up,
Garfield.
and then go to another restaurant right after.
Yes. It creates for a lot of fun.
Yeah.
15 in Garfield's where Abbey Lane is. But...
All right.
I'm going to assume,
I am out there exactly 0% of my time. So
am I. So this is actually a closer vote than I would have expected.
Yep.
Duffy's Den at 54% to 46%, around 2,500 votes in. So Duffy's Den is going to be our winner here.
Yep.
And then...
Does have about like 180 vote advantage on...
Yes.
Abbey Lane.
So we gotta try to pay attention. I have the bracket pulled up as well so that we can pay attention. If you want to kind of write down our winners here, there should be paper.
I have the bracket up too.
Yeah, just pull it up on Word. Just pull up our winners on Word. The next matchup in this bracket is Mott's Burgers and Royale with Cheese. I'm saying Mott's Burgers. I'm not overly impressed with Royale with Cheese. I know all about Mott's Burgers and how good they actually are and how much people love them. I'm saying Mott's Burgers. I'm not overly impressed with Royale with Cheese.
I haven't been to Mott's Burgers.
Neither have I. But what I know about Mott's Burgers...
I really enjoyed the burger at Royale with Cheese.
Each time I've been to Royale with Cheese, I come out going, it's good, but it's nothing special. It's nothing that incredible to me. I'm going with Mott's Burgers because of what I know about it. I've heard that this is arguably a top 3 place in Detroit.
Been there
because of what I've heard about it. I'm not voting for Royale with Cheese here, not over Mott's. Knowing what I know about Mott's Burgers, there's no way Royale with Cheese even comes close, in my opinion.
The vote is close. It's 57% to 43% in favor of Mott's Burgers.
That's not that close. That's further away than a 1 versus 8.
It is less votes. Less vote.
It does have less votes. Yes,
there's a less vote differential too than the 1 versus 8, but that's because there's less votes in.
Really not that. No, it's really not that much less. It's actually
never mind. It is more.
It is more.
Sorry.
Yeah, with less votes.
That's my wonky math.
Yes, it is. So Mott's Burgers will take that one. Number 3, Grey Ghost versus number 6, Tellway. Never had either one of these.
Nope.
Don't even know where these are either.
Don't even bother. Telway is a pretty hefty lead.
Telway has a massive lead with a decent amount of votes as well. I'm curious where Telway is. It is in Madison Heights. Interesting. It's at 11 Mile and... Oh, it's just north of downtown Madison Heights. Okay.
And then your 2 versus 7 is Vincetta Garage versus Frida Batidos.
It's Vincetta all day.
Yeah. I haven't heard or had Frida Batidos, but the burger I had at Vincetta is good enough to convince me that that should be the winner.
Vincetta, by the way, has an 80 to 20% lead. 1,400 votes to 374. Next, we have, going over the other region, we have Eastern Market Zeffs and Big League Brews. Know what I know about Zeffs? I've been there once. Fantastic burgers.
That's what I'm saying. I'm really surprised because I just clicked on this, and I've never been to Big League Brews.
Neither have I.
But it's winning.
It's losing. Zeffs is losing to Big League Brews. I'm going to look this place up because if you're good enough to beat an Eastern Market burger, where is this place
I used to work right by Zeffs, so
it's in Taylor.
I know their burger well.
It's in Taylor on E-Course Road.
Big League Brews.
Yeah, interesting. But I'm picking Zeffs.
I also pick Zeffs.
Okay, that's our pick.
We have strayed from the bracket.
We have. Next is number 4 versus 5, Jolly Pumpkin, the 4 seed, going up against Comet Burger.
So I've been a Jolly Pumpkin. I never had their burger.
I've had the burger once, and it was good, not great. Just say,
and I've never had Comet Burger.
I've never had Comet Burger. Let's just say the burger I had at Jolly Pumpkin was not good enough to make me come back to get the burger again. I would like to try something else on the menu.
Yeah. Try the pulled pork. The Cuban. Not the pulled pork. The Cuban.
I've never had the Cuban. I've had the pulled pork, I think.
Delicious.
I'm going to say Comet Burger.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
61%, by the way, for Comet Burger.
Jolly Pumpkin's burger being good enough.
61% for Comet Burger, by the way. Next, we've got number 3, Tasty's Burger versus number 6, Crazy Jim's Blimpie Burger. I have had both of these. I give the edge to Tasty's.
I haven't had Crazy Jim's, but Tasty's...
Blimpie Burger is really good.
Tasty's is pretty damn good.
Blimpie Burger is really good.
Anytime you put Doritos and nacho cheese on my burger, I'm pretty sold.
I will still take Tasty's. So that's one of those burgers that's a total, we'll call it a garbage burger.
It's a total mess of a burger. You don't go for a gourmet burger. You go to just clog your arteries.
Yes, they have fantastic burgers at Tasty's.
This one's an easy one for me.
Miller's Bar, Nifty Choices, Miller's Bar all day.
Dude, Miller's Bar is
so good. So good. Miller's Bar all day. And it's commanding lead, 87% to 13%. Jesus. Yeah. That's one of the biggest ones. And next we have Mason's versus Pontiac Lake Inn.
I haven't been either.
I think I've been to Pontiac Lake Inn, and again, it just wasn't that exciting. Let's see what the vote says. Mason's. 67%, 33%. This one right here, I think, has the least amount of votes of any of them. Next, we have Green Dot Stables versus Anthony's Coney Cafe. This is another easy one. Green Dot all day.
Dot. I'm sorry, there's no way. I've never been to Anthony's Coney, but it's not. I'm sorry, it's just not going to be Green Dot. I'm sorry, I just don't see it.
Green Dot for sure. It is also dominating 82% to 18%. Next, we have Checker Bar versus a Shots, the 3-6 matchup. I take Checker Bar all day.
Dude, Checker Bar.
Checker Bar's burgers are amazing. 67%, 33% as well. This one doesn't have that many votes. This one only has about just over 1,200 votes.
Well, I thought Checkers would.
I thought Checker Bar would get a lot of votes. Next, we have number 2 ranked. Wow, this is kind of a shocker. It's ranked at number 2. Hunter House versus number 7, Joe's Top Dog. Hunter House all day.
I've never been to Joe's Hot Dog, so I'll take
Hunter House all day, and it has a command. It's 73 to 27. Doesn't have. There's not that many votes though. Under 1,200 votes for this one. Next one, in my opinion, I think Bates is a little underseeded here.
At 8.
At 8, but Nemo's at number 1 versus number 8.
You have both Bates and Hunter. Why are you allowed to have both Bates and Hunter House in the same? It's the same burger.
They each kind of have their own. They each kind of have their own thing. I've been to both. Hunter House is clearly better than Bates.
Yeah, I've been to Greens, Hunter House, Bates.
Greens is
Hunter
the worst
House
in my
is
opinion.
my favorite of the 3. Greens is my least favorite.
Yes. Nemo's, in my opinion, all day over Bates.
Oh, agreed. Agreed 100%.
Yes. Nemo's. But, so, this is where my question of what style of burger do you like? Do you like your traditional burger?
Or a slider? No, traditional burger.
Well, not even just slider, but or do you like the other kinds of burgers where you can throw stuff on? Nemo's is, in my opinion,
favorite traditional burger.
Your perfect traditional burger. Yeah. It's a perfect 80-20 ground chuck meat. It's really juicy. It's fatty.
Meat just melts. in your
Yes,
mouth.
it's so good. The cheese is perfectly melted. Really nice, crisp, fresh lettuce.
Let's go to Nemo's. All right, we're off.
Dude, I would never turn down an emo strip. You don't play with
Thank
my
you guys
heart
for
like
listening.
that.
We're gonna head out.
Do not play with my heart like that. I would never turn that down.
Hey, if any of you guys have connections to Nemo's and can help us do a show from Nemo's, we'd be
Oh, that
more
would be
happy.
amazing. Oh, my God. Do you know how many burgers I would consume over the course of that? Just hour show. Probably 2 or 3. I've had days where I ate 2 to 3 burgers at Nemo's.
Jesus Christ, Nick.
With fries. I only got fries
Jesus.
once. But I have had 2 burgers and fries before.
All right.
And it was delicious.
So I think we both agree Nemo's?
Yes. Nemo's actually losing that vote.
That's
though, which
an
is a
atrocity.
disappointment. It is an atrocity. Next, we've got number 4, Basin Burger Bar. Number 4, Basin Burger Bar versus number 5, Bronx Bar.
This is the hardest one for me,
This one was tough.
by far.
This one was tough. I really
I
like Basin
just
Burger
recently had my first Bronx Bar burger, like,
And it's
12 months
fantastic,
ago.
isn't it?
Jeez, it's so good. It's
I'm
one
gonna
of those
leave-
burgers. It's like so good that you don't have to put anything on it. Like you
I
don't
know.
have to put any condiments. in. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's
some of those burgers are that
remarkably
good.
Burger.
I'm leaning Bronx Bar here.
I am. Too.
I have been to a couple Basin Burger Bars where I've had like more than once, more than twice. Like I've had, because I've been to Basin Burger Bar numerous times.
Yeah.
I've had multiple times where I came out of Basin Burger Bar slightly disappointed.
For me, Basin Burger Bar gets its quality off just the kind of the different kind of stuff I can put on
What
my
you can
burger.
do,
Yeah,
what
That-
you can do with it.
But when it just comes down to the base patty and bun, it's just pound for pound Bronx is better. And it's
Absolutely.
a bigger burger.
It is a bigger burger. Bronx Bar puts out a damn good burger.
So I'm
Basin Burger Bar allows you to screw with it and cater it to your taste.
I'm seeing this vote. Basin Burger Bar is 69% and 31%. I'm disagreeing here.
I'm disagreeing as well. I'm going Bronx. Number 3, Hopcat versus number 6, Ale Mary's Beer Hall.
I've been a Hopcat.
Honestly, this is I've never been to Ale Mary's Beer Hall, but this is kind of one of the more disappointing matchups.
Yeah, because
Hopcat's burgers aren't that great.
like
they're good.
They're good because you can stuff them.
Yeah,
That's what's good about them. But it's never like, oh, I'm craving a Hopcat burger.
I know. I've said numerous times, I'm craving a Nemo's burger. I'm craving a Hunter House or
Yeah.
a Bates. I'm craving a Red Coat.
those are places that you go. Well, obviously, not a lot of them have different things. But those are places you go that no matter what, you're getting a burger. Hopcat,
Absolutely.
I explore the menu at Hopcat.
Absolutely. I get a different
I go
thing.
more for the beer anyways. So
I do too. If I'm thinking Hopcat, the reason I'm going to Hopcat is because of the beer.
Yeah.
It's
But
not because of the food.
I haven't been to Ale Mary's.
That and their cosmic fries, crack fries.
I
But their
haven't-
cosmic fries
I
are
go
big
for
reason to go to.
I go for the fries.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Fries and beer.
But again, haven't been to Ale Mary's. I think
I can't vote for it. I'm gonna go Hopcat.
Yeah, Hopcat wins by
Yeah.
default here. I don't see it lasting past the second round though.
No, it's the weakest number 3 seed. And then the final one here, number 2, Red Coat Tavern versus number 7, Cutter's Bar and Grill. Red Coat all day.
Yeah, Red Coat.
Red Coat's
No
fantastic.
question.
That's one of those places you go to for the burger. For the burger.
Yeah, exactly. I've been to Red Coat numerous times.
I have told
not
myself
gone into anything other than the burger from there.
I have told myself before, I'm craving a Red Coat. I'm craving a Red Coat burger. Never said that about Hopcat.
Yeah.
I will say I have said that about Basin Burger Bar, though. I have said I want a Basin Burger Bar burger.
Okay, your next round. You got Duffy's Den versus Mott's.
Duffy's Den versus Mott's. I'm going Mott's all day.
I'll agree.
Mott's all day.
I haven't had either, but I've heard way more about Mott's than I've heard about
right,
Duffy's Den.
yes.
Vincetta versus Telway.
Vincetta.
Oh, that's going to set up for a juicy third round. All right. Moving on to the next region, Zeph's versus Comet.
I don't know anything about these two.
I mean, Zeph's, I've had Zeph's. Eastern,
Yes. Zeph's, yes.
I can't really vote for Comet.
Well, let's look at the vote totals. Oh, my God. They each have the exact same amount of votes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to go Zeph's because I've had
Yeah.
it.
And the only reason I gave Comet the advantage in that bracket was because I just didn't think Giant Pumpkins Burger was going
Right.
to be on the bracket.
They each have 862 votes to be exact.
Jesus Christ. Tasty's versus Miller's Bar.
Miller's Bar.
I got to get the edge of
Miller's.
Bar here.
Yeah.
Tasty's is
great.
fun, but...
Tasty's is
Yeah.
great, but Miller's is for sure.
all right, Mason's versus Green Dot. It's Green Dot for me.
Green Dot, yeah. I'm going Green Dot.
Checkers versus Hunter House.
This is
Get
hard,
Hunter
man.
House the fuck off this list. Give me Checkers.
You got something against Hunter House, man.
No, I just take that solid burger over Hunter House solid burger. Easy.
Okay,
That's-
but that doesn't mean that the burger's better.
For me, it is because I enjoyed the other style better.
Man, I don't know. That's a tough pick for me. Can we come back to that one? That's a tough pick for me. Because that's probably two places that I would probably both put in my top 5.
Yeah. Well, I think
I just don't know where.
I don't think either is going to make it past next round anyways. So
for us, probably not.
Considering it'll have to go up against Green Dot, which I don't think it's going to make.
It is going against Green Dot.
No, Checkers versus Hunter House is going.
Oh,
next
yeah,
round will have to
yeah.
go against Green Dot, and
That'd be kind of tough.
I don't think either one's passing Green Dot. Sorry.
I think both got a shot. Ooh, that's a good matchup. Next, give me the next one here. I'll come back to that one.
Nemos versus Bronx.
Nemos all day. Nemos. Bronx wasn't like
I'll agree with you on Nemos.
Bronx. Like it's
I'm
really good.
I'm gonna vote for you. Hopcat versus Redcoat. You vote Redcoat. I don't care.
Hopcat versus Redcoat. You kidding me? It's not
All
even
right.
a question. That's
Take
like the
your pick.
worst number
Checkers versus
second
Hunter
round.
They're both eliminated next round anyway, so just pick one.
See, I think they both got a shot against Green Dot. Green Dot's really good, but Green Dot's really good not for just the burger. Green Dot's really good because of what you can like the wide array of what you can get.
And they're all delicious.
They're
all sliders. They're all
but they're not all burger sliders.
Yeah.
I'll go checker.
all right.
I'll lean checker.
Okay. All right. Moving on to round number 3. We are now in
Hunter House actually has more votes than Checker Bar. By the way,
we are now in the Elite 8.
Wouldn't it be the Elite 4 now?
Well, again, Hunter House is going against a different opponent than Checker Bar was the first round. You can't really judge that.
Yeah,
Mott's versus Vincetta.
Yeah, but the losers for that, neither one of them have that many votes.
Mott's versus Vincetta.
Oh, that's awful. That's mean. I'll go Vincetta.
Yeah, at this point, I haven't been a Mott, so I have to go Vincetta.
I'll go Vincetta. That's a tough matchup, though.
Yeah. All right, Zeph's versus Miller's Bar.
Miller's.
Agreed.
Honestly, Zeph's is good, but it's one of my weaker number 1 seeds.
Green Dot or Checkers and Rallies?
Checkers and rallies. Let's know. Checker Bar, my friend. Don't sell that place short. How dare you? How dare you compare Checker Bar to Checkers?
I just want to see if you'd catch it.
God. I'll go Green Dot. I like the variety. The sliders are delicious.
I'll agree with
I will say, I think in terms of a pure burger, Checkers is really good.
This is the best matchup.
And maybe better. But I like the ability to widen my palate and create some diversity with what I'm eating. And so that gives Green Dot the edge.
And for the final 4 bid, this is the best matchup yet. Nemo's versus Redcoat.
Nemo's.
That quick.
Yes. That's honestly not even that hard for
Something
me.
tells me Nemo's your number 1. Like, all right.
It's, if not my number 1, it is very close.
How quickly you're voting Nemo's tells me that.
If it is not my number 1, it is very close. And the reason I see, here's where I will tell you why I was so quick on Nemo's. I have never once in my life had a bad burger at Nemo's, or even close to a mediocre burger, or just an okay burger, or anything less than a fantastic burger at Nemo's.
For any of these, I haven't. At this point, the
Red Coat, I've had a not so great burger.
I haven't.
Twice. I have had a burger that I left saying it was good. Not that excited. I've had top of the line where I came out going, damn, that was fucking great. I want another one. Mm-hmm. I've never not said to myself walking out of Nemo's that I didn't want another one, or I was just, that was good. It was always, God, that was fucking great. I've had that situation at Red Coat, and for that reason alone, I put Nemo's over Red Coat.
See, the thing I do like about Red Coat that does give it this case against Nemo's is the fact that it has that tender meat that Nemo's has with the ability to customize. Which,
see, I don't put as much weight into the ability to customize. I think
ability to customize is the only reason that Basin Burger Bar is even on this list.
I'll agree with you. My thing is, though, is if you're able to be that good with a pure traditional burger, you got something going right.
That's why I give the edge to Nemo's.
Okay. I mean, their burger is the most plain Jane burger you can imagine. It is burger, bun, lettuce, tomato, onion, and pickle. That's it. Yep. You could throw ketchup and mustard, horseradish, whatever else you want on it, but that's it. I usually take tomato off. Everything else, good.
Yep.
and it's delicious. Every single time I've eaten at Nemo's, which is, I couldn't even tell you how many times. It is delicious. I haven't said that about any other place here except a couple of these.
I haven't had a bad experience for anything left.
Actually, anything left, I probably haven't said that about. Anything in the Final Four, I haven't had anything but a great experience.
Miller's Bar, Green Dot, Nemo's. So, first up, Vincetta versus Miller's Bar.
Oh, God. Yikes, man.
That is tough.
I'm going to go Miller's.
See, I feel like mentally I'm giving Miller's the edge because I've just been there more than Vincetta's.
I'm going Miller's Bar. I am going Miller's Bar. That's a tough pick.
I really struggle with this one because I've been to Miller's Bar way more than I've been to Vincetta, but like the Vincetta burgers like blew my face away.
All of these blow my face away. I've never walked out of any of these places and not gone, that was freaking delicious. That was amazing. Like I want another one. Like if you have me eating a whole burger and it was so good that I am walking out the door saying I want another one, you do your job right.
You know what I think is when just in general one glaring omission I think from this bracket is Mercury Bar.
The fact that Mercury Bar's not in here is a damn travesty. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I actually noticed that when I was looking at this, is how in the hell is Mercury Bar not here? Because they do have damn good burgers.
I'm pretty sure Mercury Bar would have made at least Elite 8 for me.
It would definitely
depending on who it's going up against, but
it would definitely be
because I put it by because I generally put Miller's Bar. Mercury Bar right by Miller's Bar. I do think Miller's Bar had a much easier bracket than
I would probably put Mercury Bar over Zeff's, honestly. I think Zeff's is a number one. Is kind of a weak number one.
I agree with you. I would put Mercury Burger Bar over. So anyway,
it would beat Zeff's, Big League Brews, Frida Batitos, Telway, Grey Ghost, Duffy's, Abbey Lane, Royale with Cheese. I don't know about Mott's. That'd be a tough matchup, but it would beat Jolly Pumpkin Comet Burger. It'd beat Crazy Jim's Blimpie Burger. I don't know about Tasty's. I think it would beat it, though. It would beat Nifty's Choice, Mason's Lake, and Pontiac Lake. It would beat Anthony's Coney. It would beat a Shots. It would beat Joe's Top Dog. It would beat Bates.
Our Final Four is 2-2s, a 4 and a 1. We only had one seed make it to the Final Four.
I'm not a big fan of his number one seeds. I'm not going to lie. It would definitely beat Hobcat and Ale Mary.
I mean, his two seeds were easily the strongest. He had his two
I think his two seeds were
Vincetta, Miller's Bar, Redcoat, and Hunter House.
See, I think those should have been his number ones. And I honestly would put Mercury Bar as the number two.
So you think Nemo should have been number one?
No, Nemo should have been the number one. Yeah. Like those four that we have left are the number ones in my opinion. Yeah. And then Mercury Bar should have been a number two.
All right, so I think I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to stick with Miller's Bar here. And then Green Dot versus Nemo's.
See, this is like a tale of two philosophies on burgers.
Yeah.
Like you have one traditional size burger, sliders. Traditional burger in terms of what your toppings are. Traditional burger in its truest form versus experimental sliders in terms of like meat and chicken and just random stuff. That's a tough pick because they're so different. They're each in a class of their own. This is tough. I'm going to lean Nemo's. If we're talking best burger, I'm leaning Nemo's. We're not talking best chicken sandwich. We're not talking best elk patty.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Nemo's versus Miller's Bar in your championship.
Oh, man. Oh, God. This one's rough.
It is a number one versus a number two seed.
Yikes, man. This one's tough. These are probably my two favorite burgers in Detroit.
Well, I mean, they're two finalists.
Yeah.
But you got to make a decision.
How about you make a decision?
Oh, would I pick between the two?
Yeah.
Nemo's.
Really?
Slight edge, but Nemo's.
Oh, man. It's so tough for me. I love both these places so much. You know what? Let's go right now. Let's determine.
That'll be next episode. We have one of each burger on the show. So, to avoid more dead air than we've already had.
Nemo's. Nemo's. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take Nemo's. So Nemo's is our pick for the number one burger in the Detroit area.
But I vote for all four of these, and honorable mention the Redcoat as your five.
Yes, and I would probably take Mercury Bar over Redcoat, to be honest, just slightly. I would probably put Mercury Bar as my first honorable mention. My second honorable mention would be Redcoat.
We have some damn good burgers in the city.
Hell yeah, we do. Dude, we have great food in this city. You kidding me?
Let's do a pizza one next.
Oh, yes.
I just tried Moots the first time not too long ago.
I know you did. I was jealous.
But
I was jealous. I told you about this place. Couldn't remember that I did, but I did. And I've never even been there.
We'll get it.
I will say though, the one place that we did have though, what was that place called?
Oh, was it Nikki's?
Nikki's, yes, it was Nikki's. That pizza was absolutely delicious. That feta pizza, oh my God. That was delicious.
Was it Nikki's?
It was Nikki's. I'm almost 100% positive.
Nico's?
Niki apostrophe S, I think. But so that is gonna, unless you have anything else to add.
I'm not seeing it when I type in that
Really?
Niki. I'm curious what it was now. I'm not sure.
Nikki, or no, it's Niki. It's right here. Nikki's Pizza, Greektown Family Restaurant.
Oh, okay, cool.
Do you have anything else?
No.
Are there any other burger places you think were missed or underseated? I think Bates was slightly underseated.
Mercury for me was the glaring omission.
Oh, the fact that he hasn't been to Mercury Bar, but he's been to Pontiac Lake Inn, bothers me. He definitely needs to get to Mercury Bar and try that stuff because that would probably be in his top 10 easy.
Also, I definitely think that Red Robin.
Oh, stop! TGI Fridays and Chili's.
I think Bagger Dave's was a glaring omission.
Honestly,
I'm not kidding.
I don't mind Bagger Dave's.
I put Bagger Dave's on just a small step below Basement Burger Bar.
That's literally what I was about to say because it's kind of the same thing. The meat just isn't as good.
Yeah.
Because Basement Burger Bar gives you a good patty.
Yeah.
Bagger Dave's doesn't quite. You get a lot more of a chain feel with Bagger Dave's than you do Basement Burger Bar.
Anyway, so that'll do it for us on this week's show.
Yes, that will do it for this week's episode. Don't forget to check out our live show Mondays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Follow us on Twitter at Real Fan Report.
Yeah, do that. Definitely do that. We like to interact with people on that platform.
On that platform.
Anyways, guys, sorry we missed a week, but we are back. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch us next week for another stupendous episode. Hopefully we can give you some more fun. I'm sure we will.
Yeah. So, we'll be talking movies.
As the off seasons kind of dwindle on, you'll start to see us kind of stray away from sports a little bit.
Yeah.
But
we got a star movie preview coming for you guys soon as well. So
yes. But anyways, guys, thank you again for listening. This has been the Fan Reporters by fans.
For fans.
Thank you guys again. Have a good weekend. Or have a good week.